Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Chill Sunday stream. Hope everybody is doing well. We're joined with this lovely rain sound in World to the West. I see we've got a few people in already. Welcome, welcome. Doug says Sunday streams in this economy, enjoy the scrolling. It is more likely than you think, both the scrolling and the Sunday streams, and the economy. Perry says, hey Doug, hello and welcome Perry. Hope you're having a chill, lovely Sunday and glad you could join us. Merchants, don't forget to like and subscribe. Oh wow, I appreciate you doing my job for me. Telling people to like, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTube algorithm things. Check out the description down below. Patreon link and Discord are there. Only support if you're in a financial place to do so. Also, welcome to the stream. We're gonna have a chill time. We're gonna get some scrolls today. We're gonna try to open the secret door. Possibly go through a few temples. See what happens. Hope everybody's excited for that. I've got a nice pot of tea right here. Ready to go through. And hopefully have a good time. I think we'll have a good time. Let me pull up my handy guide that was helping me get all of the locations. Where is it? Guides. I'll have to check which one I was up to. Somewhere around 14 or 15. I know there was one or two we couldn't get yet. Because we haven't gotten the prerequisite stuff yet. But, you know, we'll sort it out. Harry says, doing some staining right now, so we'll be more AFK than usual. Staining? Like, what does that mean? What are you staining? Tell me about this before you disappear into the ether of AFK-ness. He's staining his teeth black to be a fancy aristocrat. I thought only women did that in Japan's history. Harry says, a shelf for my room. I have a nice linseed beeswax finish I'm using. Nice. Yeah, that works. Merchant says actually men did too, and then the practice got banned. I did not know that. The more you know, the more you learn. Oh yeah, but I'm sure people will make their way in shortly, but if they're not here by now, there might be a few. Sounds good, Merchant. Sounds good. I'm gonna start doing my scroll hunting. I'm gonna be doom scrolling, as it were. Got the guide up. I got the stream stuff. There we go. Chat's good. Right spot. And game time. Alright, last time we had like a weird thing in the ice area. We got Clonington over here. That was a big deal. Three, 6, 9, 10, 12, 13. We need number 14. Card 14. Where's that located? Now we're heading back to the bottom right of the map with our Teslamancer. Who, if I recall, has a great deal of trouble getting down to this corner of the map. For some reason that I don't remember. Let's check. Right, because she can't get up there. Well, we can get into this cave, so that's a good start. Actually, that's pretty close to where we need to be. So maybe this is gonna work out. Oh no. Oh no. They seriously want me to take out all these enemies. Okay then. That's a choice. A flying shark has appeared. Oh no, I'll have to do battle with it. I send out good tea and share it with the flying shark. Did I win? Super effective. Nice. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Health, health, health. Give me that health. To be fair, she's probably the best character to deal with this. Oh, okay. More health for the Teslamancer. Hello and welcome, Ill. We are indeed here. Shark says, I'm doing well, school's out, so every day is Sunday for me right now. That's gotta be a great feeling. Is this a new game? No, Ill, it is the same game we've been playing for the past 2 to 3 weeks. Where'd you come from? Shark says, ill movement. So that's out of reach. I can't get up here. Which is a problem. I have to get to the circus tent. That's really what it boils down to. Which means I somehow have to get across, probably down there. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, it's probably down here. Maybe I can just shoot across here. Nope, that is too high. Which means I need a bomb character. You all are annoying. Let's go through here. Who can we bring over here that wouldn't be too inconvenient? You don't have a checkpoint down there. You have a checkpoint on the other side. Have I not gotten a character down there? Alright, let's see if we can get the kid down there. Yep. We'll take that. what's in this area? Oh, I think this is the way to get another card. Or scroll thing. Yeah, I think you can use this waterway here to get one. If I recall correctly. Yep. Alright, not the one we were aiming for, but still good to get nonetheless. I think there's 2 characters who can get up there. Not Earl Grey, no. I think that clears the path for us. Yeah, that clears the path open. Alright, let's see if we can cross this now. Alright, we're over here. Now, can we get from here up to the circus tent? Okay, that we could have gone through the cave apparently, but that's fine. Considering she cannot climb, this is probably not the path. Which is most unfortunate. Let's see if we can makeshift our way through. Oh, maybe that was it. Yeah, it was that easy. Okay. We are in the circus. card we wanted. Nice. Next on the list. We need number 15. Which, number 15 looks like it's to the north of here. We want to get... We want to get up that way. So I think we go around to where the kid is and see if we can peek our way forward from there underground. And if not, then we can try to find a way to get through to the town, maybe? Okay, we're holding out, we're holding out. Okay. That could have been worse. Is there something over here? Okay, no. There's the card. Now, how to get up there? Got it. Cool. heal. I need to heal. I desperately need to heal. Yay. Save point. Oof. That could have been bad. Hello and welcome, Duke. Hope you're having a chill, lovely Sunday. Duke says, I was lurking, but I had to finish cooking lunch. Now I ask food and good company from you folks to enjoy my afternoon with. Well, thank you for joining us, Duke. It's always a good thing to have you here. So I do hope you join us. You see that Terra's solution is to just wreck the place. I mean, I follow what I'm taught, you know? That's the solution that seems to be the number one solution purported by most successful people these days. Just destroy everything and make profit off of it. American education at work. True. True. That is exactly what I'm taught in school. Oh, that's funny. Number 16. Number 16 is all the way up there. Why? Alright. Is it also with the Tesla? No, it's with the child. Okay. Alright. From here, we head left. Okay, where do you want us to go? You want us to go this way? No, you can't go up that way. You can't go up that way. No, you want us to end up over here. On top of this. Which means above ground path. I'm assuming that, yeah, that cave over there. You need me to climb, okay. I see what it wants me to do. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Or maybe it's gonna let me come over here. Underground. don't think that's the one I was here for. But I will take it. In fact, I'm certain it's not the one I was here for. If I had... Oof, I almost got stun locked into death there. I desperately need a checkpoint. Can I make it down this way? Maybe? Maybe. Ooh, convenient. Promising. It should be across here, the one that we came for. Yeah, we're picking them up so much faster now that they're in areas where we've been already. As opposed to having to explore half the map to find just one. And I died. I should have blown them up. What American education? I blew myself up. That's fun. Let's try that again. Much better. I don't think I can get across here. That sucks. Teslamancer can get across there. Beast Tamer can get across there. Little Child, not so much. Not so much. Where is the next one we're at? We've got 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16. Number 17. We need number 17 next. Where is number 17 located? Back to the Teslamancer. Located... Okay. I see. It's in the mines area. Where the children were being forced to labor in the mines. I don't know how I would get the Teslamancer into the mines area unless I had the Teslamancer go underground up there and head south. Yeah, that would be pretty much the one to go to. South. Take this up. Go across. It should be right nearby. Let me see exactly where it wants me to be. A little rock formation. There it is. How did that even happen? We can get on here. From here we should be able to... I guess not. Maybe down there? That would have done it, wouldn't it? Oh, but going south there would be better. Okay. That's a better solution. Blowing myself up, however, is not the ideal solution. Zapping myself with electricity is also not the solution. We made it across. Also, we're at 20 of them now, which is pretty awesome. We're making our way. I know there's a handful, like I said, that we cannot get until later in the game. But we'll figure out what to do about those when we hit those moments. I know there's one that I have to get before I do too much more exploring in the game. I love this song. This is probably my favorite song in this game. I can't go that way because it's not palmed out. Lovely. How do I get out of here? Probably have to go to the temple. This technology is incredible. With what we've found here, we'll easily be able to build our teleporter. Oh? The children yearn for the mines. It's the children whistling while they work. Ah, yes, my favorite sounds. I don't think that's what they... I don't know, maybe that is what they were going for. But it's a really good song. It is indeed the electricity caves. Shocking to be here again. Damn. That was close. Do you think we did everything here? Yeah, we did. Alright, which one were we up to? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. We have 19. We need number 20. Number 20, let's see, what's number 20? Where do we gotta go? Oh, we got Beastmaster. Yeah, that makes sense. That shouldn't be too hard to get to. Keyword is shouldn't. Don't do it. Don't do it. We're right near where we need to be, so good sign. Now the question is, did I bring a pocket squirrel? I did. I brought a pocket squirrel. Never leave home without a pocket squirrel. That's a Terra quotable right there. Never leave home without your pocket squirrel. That tea is so good. I am grateful to have good tea in my life. Oh, number 21. Oh, how are we going to get you over there? That doesn't seem good. That doesn't bode well. Hmm. Alright, back to you, Teslamancer. How did we do that? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. There's two paths we can go through. So we have to get the Teslamancer all the way into the bottom left corner of this map. Which means we gotta get the Teslamancer probably to head south from this point and run through the desert and down past all the ruins. Okay, we're on a journey. Make it happen. Oh, that's fun. We call that fun. Teslamancer cannot get down there because we need to bomb that. Which means we need to get another character here. To provide support. Thankfully, I think our Beastmaster can take care of that. There we go. Now we take out our exploding gophers. And boom. Now the Teslamancer can get up here if they need to. Or they can head down this way. As interesting as this area is, though, we are on a mission. So, let's stay focused to the mission. Now, now that we've got the pathway clear, we can take the test limits ourselves as well. And as long as we can get over there and on that platform, we should be good. I don't know if we'll be able to, but we're gonna try. We can also come this way, apparently. Oh. That would have been smart. Let's try that again, shall we? To make it over here. Now, can we, in fact, get onto that pathway? I don't know if we can, but we're gonna try and find out. This far. Last hurdle is here. We can get up there. It certainly looks like I can. This screen shouldn't be hard to get through. Now we just have to figure out how to get across to there, but that shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, that's not great. Alright. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I can just clear go across here. Well, we made it onto the island. There's the card we wanted. Hello and welcome, Jaguar. Hope you're having a chill and lovely Sunday. Glad you could join us. Always glad to see the kitty in a box. You were AFK for a bit while you finished some things. Awesome. I hope that you got the things done that you needed to get done. Nice. That's good, because we needed to get into this temple at some point today anyway. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 21. So we need 22 through 27. Where are they located? Next up, Clonington. Gotta get Clonington down into this area. Which shouldn't be too bad, theoretically. I need to get him... Oh, that's not far from where he's already been. Alright. Oh, wow. What do I have to kill in this area? Probably all the little crab dudes. Are those two crabs fighting? That's 2 down. Why is Clonington the best option for this? I feel like our Teslamancer is. Got more health, she can handle the explosions better. She can dodge better. Two crowds down. Grabs down. There we go. Card obtained. Definitely go with Teslamancer over Clonington. Alright, next up, 23. Oh, no, we gotta get the kid down here. The rodents are awfully pesky, I agree with you. Looks like that shouldn't be too much of an issue, apparently, getting the kid down here. Except the issue is that the kid needs to be able to skate on the water, probably. And I may not be able to reach the water. Yep. Yeah, I need to be able to skate on the water, so I have to head further south. That's okay. Oh, if we're not able to get over there, then... the kid's gotta be able to get to the temple. May not be able to do it from this side, though. It's linked Luigi. I need to get him onto that water up there. Which might mean, I guess, yeah, bringing him around. Alright. We can't make it easy. Oh, I already got him to the temple. So, that's easy. The world map is huge. I think it's a good size. It's decent. Oh, I see. Considering the amount of exploration, and it looks like there's still more to explore. There is not that much left to explore. We've pretty much uncovered most of the map already. Even in the underground. Like, we've been through it all. Part of getting the scrolls is also getting the map filled out with all the characters. So we have 24 out of 36 scrolls already, and I think there's like 2 or 3 that we can't get until like late game. So we're almost ready to actually press forward. Hopefully by break time we'll be ready to move on. So that's 22 and 23, so we're up to 24. Why wouldn't you have shown me that location when I was already over there? Yep, it's right up there. Which means I need to get up there. Oh, is that not high enough? What? Well, that's not great. can get up here. I see what I gotta do. If I push this here now, it'll launch me there. I can go around. Now, hopefully, if I shoot this way... Yep. Which allows me to pick that up. Which is pretty awesome. Hard 25. Oh, they want me to use Clonington. Jaguar says I was thinking the same thing about the map. It's huge. There's another reason I was wondering about player experience when I asked those questions last week, because wow, big world. Yeah, I mean, like I said last week, it's not monotonous because you have 4 different characters you're trying to explore with. So it's like this experience where you're trying to puzzle out which of the 4 characters can get through the world a specific way. Duke says, though big is also fun to explore. Something I always liked about Minecraft worlds was how huge they are. You know, I think it's also helpful that the world isn't empty. Sometimes you get games where the world is massive, but there's nothing to do. Everything in this game, every screen has something to do. A new puzzle to explore to get you further. And because you can teleport to areas you've been, it never feels like you're backtracking. It always feels like you're making progress. Even if you're going through the same areas multiple times. Mathematical angling. True. True. The problem with Minecraft is that beyond terrain, the world is pretty empty. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you have to really build the world around you, which isn't for everybody. So they want me to get Clonington up there. Okay. I think we can do that. Let's see if we're able to get Clonington over there. Right, I have no way to get Clonington to the left here. So Clonington really does have to come out of the ice caverns and head south. And we should be able to get there. If we go this way, maybe? Yep, that's how Clonington gets through there. And that's another one. We only have 10 left in the game of the scrolls, so we are making excellent progress in that regard. Much faster than last week. And I should be able to get to the checkpoint that she's at. Oh, she's right down here. Yep, there it is. Excellent. Next one. 26. Perfect, because I need Clonington to be in the room directly to the south of where we're at. This way. Oh, do I have to run when the wind is right? Yeah. Or else you die. Okay, okay, okay. Well, let's get the checkpoint that I know is here. So that if that happens again, which it will, we don't have to worry about it as much. Come on, give me the wind I need. Got it. We got it. Why are all these rocks here? 27. We have 28. Where's 27? Same room, Clonington in the bottom right. Instead of the bottom left. Okay. I just need the wind to give me a move south. And that's 28. Alright, so we're missing... That's 27, 28. So 29 and 30. 31, 32, and 33, and 34. We have 28, we need 29. And 29, I think, was the important one that you had to get before you deal these temples. Otherwise, you will lose your chance to get it. We need child. And we need you to come down. We need to get the kid down into that. So we can maybe take the waterway here. Down to there. See if that works. There will be an event later in the game that drastically changes the landscape of the map, and if you do not get, I think, this one before you change the map, you end up getting completely screwed over from completing the game. Which I'm not usually a fan of in terms of design, but I do believe the game also warns you about it. Too much. Try that again. We will take that, because we can use extra health on any character. Except maybe our Teslamancer. Bring you around. Oh. That's not okay. We have to come from... Okay, this might be one that you need to alter the world before you can get. Maybe I got that backwards, because... Okay. I think I know what that's about, but now we gotta get out of here. What am I doing? We can just jump off here. We don't have to go all the way back around. And then I should be able to just coast back to where we were. I can try approaching that one from the top, but I don't think that one works right now. I can check. Actually, let me see if the guide says anything. No, this is the one. This is the one that you have to get beforehand. Okay. I did remember. That makes me happy. Okay, game. I was floating on pretty much nothing. Am I not able to get down from here? I'm not able to get down from there. That's unfortunate. Alright, we should be able to go there from here. Here's the ladder down. Alright, that's 29. Let's go to number 30. It suggests that I use cloning pen, and I might overrule that and use our Teslamancer again. Unless it absolutely forces me to use cloning pen. But I'm pretty sure it's like a defeat all the enemies in the area type one. Besides, I think our Teslamancer is the only one who can easily get there right now. Wait, is that not where it is? Oh, it's above here. I feel silly. Listen, I'm gonna take a break early. I'll be right back. And when we come back, we will finish up the last few scrolls and then make our way into the temple finally. I will see you all then. And we are back. Hope everybody's doing well. Get it back on screen in a moment. Alright, minor technical difficulty. We will be live in a second. I think that worked. Okay, and we're back. I think we're good. Yep. Looks that way. Alright, so we do need Clonington. Okay, that's fine. Hope everybody had a good break. Hope everybody's ready to go get the last bunch of these scrolls and then move on with the game. And I hope everybody got some water, snacks, stayed hydrated, did all the things that are required. Okay, so we want to take Clonington here. Duke says, so now that break is done... Oh. Also, reminder, if anyone wants to bring up this week's topic, by all means, feel free to do so. Oh, Duke, on the same page. On the same page. How about that spicy climate? You know, it'd be great if coral were less colorful. Apparently that's the outcome that a bunch of fancy people want. Duke says, it genuinely feels like we've entered a new climate paradigm in the past year. I'm obviously no scientist or have the robust data to prove it, but it sure seems like unprecedented times. Oh, you don't need the data to do that. It definitely already exists as a reality. Like, the data has changed. We've shifted past a certain point. We've probably caused, or, you know, we've probably caused a type of damage that cannot be altered or fixed without massive overhauls of society. and time to heal at this point. We may never get back to where we were. And at this point, I think we just have to kind of accept that reality, and we just need to try to move to a place of accepting the fact that we can't get there and just try to hold the line. We may have triggered feedback loops and may have less and less control to— oh, 100%. 100%. Some things are just going to be different. The end. The question is if ever we can get back to a point where we consistently stabilize the temperature again, and we can start developing new patterns at dealing with that new normal we created. Because the real issue is, as long as we're accelerating in the direction that we're accelerating, that's what's going to cause the problems. And there may be parts of the globe that become uninhabitable because of what we've done, especially near the equator. Duke says to me it's now about adapting to what we predict is going to happen around the corner, while punishing those most responsible for this coming horror show. I mean, there's not enough justice being dispensed in that regard. In my opinion. I think predicting is going to be very difficult because every prediction and model seems to get worse as things get worse. Well, you can't really adapt to things when they're still changing. And when you're still actively making the problem worse. You just kind of run out of opportunities. And there will be parts of the globe that survive this because, again, the world's been skewed in terms of financial wealth for a long, long while. But there are parts of the globe that are going to become uninhabitable. And what I'm waiting for is the article. Maybe it may not be for 5 or 10 years, but what I'm waiting for is the article where we find out that some remote section of the globe, some section that the West either has never heard of or doesn't care about, probably both, ends up with a situation where an entire town ends up dying from heat exhaustion in a moment's notice because we hit wet bulb. That's what I'm waiting for. And I'm waiting for that article because that article to me will be the moment when I don't even know how to phrase this. I don't know. It's not that we'd have to realize it by then or that people wouldn't still deny it. But that would be the moment where every single prediction that we've had came true. Where the worst reality happened. Where it wasn't just 1 or 2 people who died from a heat disaster, but we have to acknowledge the disaster of it because almost an entire town died. You suspect it'll be in South Asia. I would expect it to be on the Indian subcontinent, truthfully. Around this time of year. I'd say late May, early June. Oh. Silly millennials just cool down. Yeah. If only. If only. alternative facts. Part 31. Apart from the you use a monkey to reach the card. Okay. This one we want you. I guess we go here. It's on the other side. Okay. How do we get to the other side then? Climb up this way. I need to cross here. How would I... Can I climb here? No. Guess I could approach from the underground. Right. Yeah, that might be the way to do it. Yeah, I need... Okay. That's easy enough. 32, I believe we need. Yep, 32, 33, 34, and 36. So you want to get this with... Oh, this one requires all 4 characters, doesn't it? I remember this one. Okay. Let me catch up with chat while I'm doing this. Oh wow, y'all have been talking to me. Let me do this. Okay, let's see. It's hard to even plan. It's wild to me how people deny the world is indeed changing. It's also hard to even plan for one's future with so much being up in the air right now. I get a sense that a lot of people just think it's all inevitable, which is the same thing that makes it inevitable, says Duke. Yeah, 100%. That's one of the reasons why I made the video that I made and why I framed it the way that I did. In a lot of ways, and this is not a moral judgment of people as a whole. Like, yes, there are very specific people, very specific nations, very specific targets that we could look at and say, like, hey, this is who did this. Certain industries, certain companies, certain people in charge of those companies, sure. But at the end of the day, like, we've allowed this to happen in the long run. And we've done that in our lack of ability to organize ourselves, collect ourselves, and come up with alternative systems and options, and deny them at every turn. Liberals especially have been in places where they had the opportunity to reach out to more left-leaning perspectives and acknowledge the realities, and there was a certain level of comfort in the world that we've been living in, the world of cars, the worlds of jet fuel, the worlds where all of the things that we have depended on with fossil fuels in the West have been taken for granted. And I'm not talking about, oh, you decided to take a road trip one year or something like that. I'm talking about the wider institutional realities of not implementing things like walkable cities. I'm talking about people literally that you can measure their destruction of the planet because they have to have private jets, and defending that instead of being out there just criticizing that. Oh, but they earned it, Did they really? Did they? You know, that's where I came from with the video. And so I feel like when we give up to the idea that it's inevitable, that we can't change it, that we can't band together, that we can't come up with alternative systems, we essentially lock that into a reality. Harry says just something to adapt to instead of slow and try to halt. Jaguar says, I also feel powerless when this topic comes up. We know things need to change, and there are things that are looking really grim right now, but the powers that be don't want things to change and actively make sure that things don't change. Harry says, yep, exactly. Jaguar says, because of profit margins at their private yachts and jets. Harry says, it really is like trying to bring someone down from an insanely powerful high. Duke says, unless the 10 richest countries in the world and their entire populations disappeared without a trace, I don't see how we could possibly stop it or slow it down. Harry said, it's for their own good and everyone else, but they just can't see it. I mean, that's really what the issue is. That's really what the issue is. We can't convince people that their best interest is at play when we try to stop these things. Because it's short-sighted viewing. It's short-sighted, short-sightedly looking at the world of, I have my creature comforts and that's it. And I'm talking mostly about wealthier people. The capitalists are going to love the increasing scarcity and the chaos that are as things break down, and they will. I mean, they'll love it until somebody, you know, organizes enough frustration into something that ends up charging right into manors and mansions. It's not like that won't happen. It plays right into their agenda anyway. Duke says, Jaguar, I more mean that the scale of what has to happen by tomorrow is that kind of thing. Jaguar says, yeah, I agree. I was trying to elaborate on your point and mine. Chat was moving too fast, so I don't think I was clear. And even if this plays into the rich's agenda, they still won't feel it completely because of their power, and their money shields them from the reality of what's going on. I think that's the key factor. They're shielded from it. And until it hits them, nothing will change. Unless we make it change. Those most responsible will be the last to feel it. Part of me just hopes people realize they have to bring it to the rich. Jaguar says, Duke, the capitalists are going to love the increasing scarcity. Yeah. That's the worst part of it. I was responding to this. So not the way it needs to go. It's easier to imagine the end of the world than the end of capitalism. There's a lot of feels. Yep, a lot of feels. Duke says they earned it, so I can earn the right to murder. It's not just murder at this point, it's ecocide. It's genocide, it's ecocide, it's ethnocide, it's genocide, it's everything. Why can't people imagine the alternative? Something's wrong with that. I don't know. We're sitting here trying to imagine the alternatives. And I don't know what about us is capable of doing it that stops other people from doing it. Like I can't imagine not being able to think about the alternatives. Duke says media is the collective imagination. True, that's a factor. Jaguar says, I think there's a huge number of people that want things to change and want to imagine the end of capitalism, but they don't know what else to imagine, especially when people feel like there's no way to change things and have those in power actually do the right thing. Duke says, this is part of what makes me so sure about anarchist cultural revolutionary theory. It's the culture that has to be, that has been imposed on us that's holding all our thoughts back. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's the understanding and perspective that we are existing in the quote-unquote best system in history. It's the idea that everything is fantastic and wonderful, that consumer mentality where you just go buy, and like all of it, all of that whole cycle of, you know, going to work for somebody else, having your wealth stolen constantly, that is all part of that mindset. People saw marginal excuse me. People saw marginal improvements in quality of life in the West over the past, I want to say 100 somewhat years. And in that improvement in quality of life, they missed the fact that there were people destroying the planet right above them, just causing the utmost harm to everyone else in the globe. And this goes back generations. This isn't new. You know, I can't sit here and blame one generation or another or anything like that. This all goes back to colonization. It all goes back to the Industrial Revolution. And it goes even through the Green Revolution. The people who have benefited have not been the people who should have benefited from these types of improvements. If we were more about a just world, something like the Industrial and Green Revolutions would have made sure that bellies were full, that people had surplus of all the things they wanted or needed for. And as we developed new technologies and new things that we would have found useful, we would have applied those things into the useful category. We wouldn't be obsessed with selling garbage items that break all the time. We wouldn't be obsessed with having the latest and greatest model on things. We would just be focused on making sure we had things that worked, that were compatible, that allowed us to function easily. We'd focus on having proper water and sewage. We'd focus on having electricity for people. That would be the goal. Food, water, shelter. That's it. At the end of the day, everything else is niceties and hobbies, and, you know, I'm not saying don't get into those or that shouldn't happen. I'm saying that it doesn't need to be the full extent of having the latest and greatest or keeping up with the Joneses or doing whatever version of it you want to call. We don't need all that. The people who grow the food and harvest the food, not just in the US but globally, are often some of the populations who are the most hungry. There's something wrong with that system. Duke, do you get the, it's too depressing to talk about? Because I get that pretty often. There's almost a denial going on. Most of the media is quite the opposite of that sentiment. The sentiment that people want change, yeah. Shameless, okay. That's the thing. People do not seem to have that ability. I've had plenty of conversations, and because they haven't experienced the alternative, they get freaked out and paralyzed, and then... Well, I mean, one of the factors that we need to consider in all of this is that people are drawn to stability. Stability helps one make better decisions. Stability helps people feel comfortable enough to feel liberated, right? Nobody's going to feel comfortable if everything's up in the air, if everything could change in a moment's notice, right? If they have that impression of the world, then you're not going to go out and settle roots. You're not going to do that. And if you do attempt to, that's the thing about stability, right? Like, stability creates a form of liberation. It creates a form of feeling comfortable enough to try to establish roots, to try to establish oneself. The problem with that is that it also sets a trap sometimes, which is that stability can often lead you to not see alternatives if you do feel comfortable. I think there's a huge what am I trying to say? I think that there is a reason why it is that a lot of people who are anarchist or who lean in this direction tend to be people who are neurodivergent, who are people that are queer, who are pushed to the fringes by society. It's people who already don't feel stable in this society that want to see the things change and want something different, so they're looking at the problems objectively and creating different understandings. The people who already feel stable and comfortable, who are already thinking about their intergenerational wealth, are not going to be the people who want to create change. Change isn't liberatory for them, change is a disaster for them. And until those people end up seeing it for what it is, that there's no stability, that the ground beneath our feet is literally disappearing, we're not going to come out to better outcomes. Harry says one thing is that pressure definitely are reaching more people and causing more people to push through and search for alternatives. People don't want to step out of the majority, even when they see that it's horrible. Merchant says, yep, so much obsession with the latest gear. I'm all down for figuring out an alternative and getting dirty and suffering to get there, but I cannot convince a single person to even engage in the conversation amongst those around me. Merchant says, I honestly, Duke, I wonder how much of that has to do with the comfort of the people you're talking to. Sorry, Duke. I wonder how much that has to deal with the comfort of the people around you. And that's not to say you're comfortable or that they are actually comfortable, but there's a sense that maybe they are more comfortable. Again, I've noticed that it's in places where the infrastructure is the worst that I see that kind of mentality of desiring change. So I don't know. That's a question for you. That's not a statement. Merchant says, hello, and gear acquisition syndrome is a known thing in many hobbies like photography. For sure. I mean, the simple solution to all that is to let people borrow the lenses that they need for something like photography and let people share lenses. And I know, unless everybody be afraid of what other people would do to the lenses, I guess, but being able to not every lens is being used every single day, and if you have hundreds of, you don't need 10 different lenses all the time sitting around. If you need it for a photo shoot, that's fine, but let other people use it when it's not in use. Sharing needs to become a thing again. And valuing the things that we share needs to be a thing. Because that's another issue and another side of that. A lot of people don't value things when it's communally owned in our societies. That's not historically accurate. A lot of societies have done that. So it's not like a tragedy of the commons thing, but it's definitely a thing that has not been ingrained in us. We tend to see things that are public or, available to everyone as less valuable. when it should be the opposite, in my opinion. Consumerism is such a poison, it's important to push against consumerism and to find long-lasting quality. It's insanely challenging. Never thought it would be as demanding as it is, talking to and getting people to say. Jaguar says, I have a lot of hobbies and passions and interests. I find it annoying and wasteful that I have to purchase products to pursue those things. Like, there was actual community, I would be able to go to a community center, grab the items, and leave items that can be used. There would be less waste and more ways to connect with neighbors. I mean, we already have that concept with books. It's not that difficult to imagine doing it with power tools or lenses for photography or what have you. Just have a communal space where everybody goes to. Duke says, I get it's too depressing, however, I'll tell them to stop whining and push on. Then they get upset and keep asking, what do we do? And I tell them, and they ask, what do we do again? And then the suggestion that it might require struggle or conflict, even non-violent, they become scared of fighting. I mean, violence and fighting is scary. It's a scary proposition. It's a scary proposition to potentially have to put yourself at risk. We're from a culture where we're risk averse. Where nonviolence has essentially been taught to us from a very young age. The idea sounds morally reprehensible. And I'm also assuming that they don't appreciate it when you push on, Duke. Not blaming you or saying that you're doing something wrong or anything, just if they tell you it's too depressing and then you push on, they're going to be resistant to what you have to say because they're not in the frame of mind for it. Question is, how do you get them in the frame of mind for it? I don't have the answer. Just... Jaguar says, especially if I have extra, I would love to be able to drop off for stuff for someone else to use. I mean, it'd be great to just, you know, be able to have a community space like that. Imagine if things, like I said, like I've talked about before, if you had communal kitchens where you could go and grab food together, if you had communal hair salons and nail salons, for example, where you could go get, like, not just, you know, pay somebody to do it, but a place where you could, like, even just hang out and do that if that's part of your hobby or chosen interests. Just places where your special interests can be, you know, already existing and the infrastructure is already in place. Not everybody needs to have 100 different bottles of different things lying around. You can have a situation where there are hundreds of items in one location and everybody's making use of them. And yes, sanitation's an issue, but you can deal with that. There are ways to deal with that. Somehow we figure it out in medical. Gangle says the workers' movements had capitalism by the throat back in the era of revolution. A compromise was made. Instead of taking everything in power, workers accepted being paid off for labor with goods. I don't think it's just labor with goods. I think they took a bribe. I think they took the bribe, and the unions, ironically enough, were the bribe. They got paid good in the West. And yeah, goods are part of that. I'm not gonna deny that. Like, I'm not dismissing what you said. Also, hello and welcome, Gangle. Hope you're having a chill, lovely Sunday. So I'm not denying what you're saying at all. Quite in addition to that, though, the benefit of higher pay at the cost of the rest of the world is something that Western unions very much did. We ended up taking a bribe where we said, give us a larger cut of the theft from the rest of the globe, from all the stolen wealth, and we'll gladly continue doing what we do and let you have your thing. And this is coming from someone who's pro-union. This is coming from someone who thinks unions are probably a good idea under capitalism. But when the union allows people to be exploited globally, and it's not a global endeavor, it's just going to mean being partaking in the theft of another people. Duke says, at Gangle, this is why I'm more focused on worker co-ops than I am with unions. Unions inherently accept the compromise by nature of settling themselves in opposition to capitalists as opposed to replacing them. Yeah, 100%. Because when you have a worker cooperative, you are less incentivized to cut those kind of deals. And if, as a worker cooperative, you only work with other worker cooperatives, eventually you could start to see some of the perspective change. That isn't to say you couldn't have worker cooperatives that end up doing the exact same stuff, but I think it's less likely. Duke says if you have nothing, the risk of change is not so high. People still have too much from the system. They think they do. They really don't. They really don't. But, you know, the greatest threat to people has been the idea that they could be homeless for how long? If you don't work, if you don't obey your boss, if you don't do this, if you don't do that, if you don't follow the rules, what are the threats? It's prison or it's homelessness. Or both, because one's a crime now. Or, you know, previously it was things like indentured servitude and enslavement. Merchant says, I had a pancake lens that I ended up not using as much as I thought I would, so I just gave it to my friend's brother because he's a great photographer and doesn't have a lot of money. So that's the kind of thing that would be really helpful. But then people start thinking of, oh, I need to resell it. I need to get my money back. I need to do this. And it's like, if you have the money and the resources, just share it with a comrade who's going to use it. Like, we're not talking about just giving it to nobody or whatever. And if your friend doesn't use it, just pass it forward with the intention that if they don't end up using it, pass it forward too. There are plenty of things that I own, you know, because I have a lot of hobbies as well. Like, you know, that if I was in a different reality and different world, I would gladly part with. I don't need that specific copy or that specific item. I just need to be able to use one from time to time, right? I don't need to have my set of everything. There are some things I'd like to have. I like my teapot, for example. I use it daily. That makes sense for me to have. But, you know, there are other items and hobbies that I have where it's like, I don't use it every day. And if I'm not using it every day, then what's the point in me having it every day? If I use it once a week, maybe I can justify it. If I'm using it once a month, I can just go grab it once a month and I can just have it reserved. Problem solved. Duke says, I'm circling back to that book from a long ago, Walk Away. The central message was to leave capitalism and simply build an alternative with others. We must escape from complicity with the devils. Yep. Build foundation. Because it's crumbling. And people will wander into foundation or try to conquer it. Well. The issue of public community centers and libraries is that it needs funding, and we don't have enough funding because we need to give more to police and military. You know, if everybody had access to a library with community centers and, you know, was able to get all the things they needed or wanted relatively easily available, you wouldn't see much theft. And if you didn't have theft, you couldn't really justify having police. Because violent crimes are definitely on the way down already, even under capitalism, so... Oh, but we have to enforce drug laws, I forgot. My bad. You know, gotta have those mandatory minimums. Duke says in European history, people did not have ovens in their homes. There would be a bakery in each town or community. People would bring the stuff they made to bake in the baker's oven. Then homes wouldn't be as warm, and ACs won't have to run so intensely all the time. I mean, yeah, you used to have it so that, like, there were communal spaces for bread, there were communal spaces for meals, there were people making their specialties. There were also histories and peoples where you'd have, like, a pot in the center of the town or whatever, and you just put in ingredients and people would share out of it. Problem solved. Duke says communal kitchens, even public food counters, would be very good for both food waste and food distribution. I mean, that's another thing, right? Like, how much of food waste, when it comes to the home, is because you stock up because if you'd rather have more than less. But people don't have freezers in their homes. They don't have all the things in their homes. What if you were within a 10-15 minute walk, able to just go to a public freezer, kitchen, food counter, etc., pick up the meal that you needed for tonight, and just cook it? Or if you were able to pick up enough to meal prep, if you, like, were to talk in advance and have it ordered, be like, I am going to prep meals for the whole week because I don't have time. Or better yet, just have a communal kitchen where it's already prepared for you and you just have to go to it on the way home. Or you could sit down and have the meal with people, whatever you want. Catch me at the communal kitchen trying to hang out with people and sew and embroider when I'm not cooking. Yeah. We're trained everywhere and every day from the youngest of ages to be obedient and follow the status quo. I get how that's hard for people to break out of, which is why I get upset. I'm trying to break people out of it by any means I can think of. Yeah, good point. Duke says I would be at the communal kitchen chilling with you. I'd be there too. I am with you all in that regard. how do I even get over there? Tara would be serving up tea at the communal kitchen. I did make it. I did make it through all of the comments. It's nice to see the chat so bustling, to be honest. Especially about this topic. Yeah, I have reservations sometimes about making videos on topics when it comes to the heat specifically, because I feel like people ignore how deadly the heat can be, right? Like, I feel like when it comes to the topic of climate, people are like, oh, there's going to be more hurricanes, there's going to be more tornadoes, there's going to be more this, that, the other. Like, the heat and the temperature being higher seems to be like that thing that just goes silent. But it's really nice seeing this turn into a really good conversation about, like, all of these different connected topics. Let me bring chat back over here while I keep playing. I know what I have to do with this. Something I forgot I could do. Why am I not hitting this thing? There we go. That's how I get across there. Awesome. Awesome. Please tell me there's your pocket squirrel. Put your pocket squirrel up here. Jaguar says, I was on the bus yesterday and the AC was broken. And it was so hot yesterday, which made the bus much hotter. I thought I was going to be sick on the bus. Not a big deal. Just a small example, maybe. Duke says, maybe we can figure out people when we can come together and work on Indie projects of building the alternatives. We got people from all over the world, but we must have some clustering to use. Duke says, I find people will join and follow along when something is going. They just assume the people in charge know what they're doing. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah. Can't I just use you to open this door too? Yes. There's the card. I don't think I can do it like this. Alright, that's one. What else do I have? Oh, no. I know what I forgot to do. I need to get back over there. I had another option available and I forgot it existed. If the thing would work, that would be nice. Thank you. I had the boar and I forgot. There was a boar there. I'm thinking I needed to get Clonington here, and no, I do not. I just need you. I should be able to use one of these to get the last one, if I remember correctly. And then I think I need to grab Lumina. Yeah, I don't think I can... Okay. I'm gonna have to go do that again. Don't know how I got stun locked there, but it happened. I don't think there's a way to get it with her. I think Lumina is the way you have to do this. But I gotta reopen the doors now. That's not what I was trying to do. Oh, crap. Let's try that again. This time without the wild party of the boars and the monkeys. Just need one of you. Now I should be able to open this door again. Yeah, I think Lumina's the only one who can get across that. Alright, but it's open, so I can just go switch characters now. No, I know how I can do it. With her, potentially. Worth trying, at least. Throw you over here. And then... Pocket squirrel. Haha! Never underestimate the power of pocket squirrel. Who needs Lumina? Duke says I'm a firm believer that you only need 3 people to go from fringe weirdo to odd club, and an odd club can become accepted and adopted by society. I mean, people forget how, like, they think that, you know, governments are formed by some official designation or whatever. The funniest thing to me is how basically, like, even in the United States, the idea of the Continental Congress, for all the problems that we have with that revolution, right? It was just a bunch of people who got together to have a meeting. Nobody came together like, hey, we're gonna rebel tomorrow. They were just trying to come up with mutual rules and regulations about the different colonies and how things were supposed to be done. They just went and did it. And certain certain revolutionary groups, all they did was get together and have a meeting. You know, there's something kind of fascinating when you look at the history of Vietnam in its conflict with the American imperialists that came in. Right? In South Vietnam, the US establishes more or less the government down there and basically runs it. To counter that, a bunch of people from South Vietnam ended up forming their own government, essentially in the jungle, where they basically set up a bunch of tents, they sat around a table, and they talked. And that was the new government they established. That was it. People accepted it, and it became valid. The US didn't accept it, so, you know, they had to deal with all the repercussions that came with, but we cannot get 33. 33 is the one that you have to get last. 34. We have to go from above ground with Clonington down where? Where is that? Over here? Oh. Wow, that's convenient, actually. Yeah, we can get this one pretty easy. Well, the good news with this game also is now that we've collected all these cards, we should only have one more stream of this game. Not that I'm not enjoying it with you all, just... You know, we are moving towards endgame as soon as we collect these last few cards. Here we go. $36. Okay. Lumina again. Okay. Lumina. Go here. There we go. So we only have 2 left. One requires a massive shift in the world that will happen later, and one is in the temple that makes that happen. So, we have all that we can grab at this point. Right, 33, you have to do the thing. And what's the other one we have? Seven. Card 7. I don't think we can get 7. Let me see. Oh, maybe we can. Start by teleport. Start to get this one. Start the teleporting road. No, that's already inside the temple. Yeah, you have to be in the temple to do it. And we cannot get in the temple. Okay, yeah, we're good. All right. So we've got 34 out of 36. We can put this together, more or less. So let's take a look at the story that this is telling us. The founder came on a ship spotting fertile land. By her command, the people made it theirs. She laid the roots of her greatest masterpieces. 4 wise disciples gathered under her. Mictlan loved death and life, and Xenu loved future and past. Chal and Tlaloc loved rain, sun, and sky, and each other even more. We're missing something. Through the essence blue, it might grant endless life. But the truth of this boon was yet to be revealed. In time, her mind grew powerful, but her thoughts grew dark and grim. The keeper of time, her most trusted one, was appointed in her stead. Xenu ruled as best he could, and the people flourished. Of the disciples, one felt that his counsel was much overlooked, and he gave the disciples the fruits from the founder's tree. Alone on his throne, Xenu now felt despair descend. He worried for the future. What was to be his final fate? A lens he crafted to see the threads of time unfold. Through the lens, Xenu saw only ruin and despair. This is relevant. He brought his vision to the founder and pleaded for her to return. Together they toiled, attempting to change their people's fate. The land became neglected as the great task commenced. Their beloved people fell by the wayside, forgotten. Mictlan's most dreaded vision was now complete. Mictlan, Chal, and Tlaloc moved to cast Xenu from his throne. The founder fled in the chaos, never seen again. Mictlan in his anger struck Xenu down. His endless life now ended. Horrified at the brutality, Chal and Tlaloc railed. Chal was shocked by Mictlan's actions, and she bade Tlaloc act. They had the people take Mictlan and punish him for his deed, so Mictlan rotted in the dark, while Chal and Tlaloc ruled. Through their power, Shell and Talok gave bounty to the land, but Talok's mind grew dark, and the people's gifts would please him no more. Something else happens. No single word from Chal would end Talok's terrible reign. In the end, Chal would call down the sky to end the blue fruits cycle. And so the world ended. Just a handful were left to start the world anew. And that's the story we worked for. There's more to it, but we'll have to find that out probably next time. But for now, we have a temple to go visit. Oh, that's too high for me to grab, isn't it? Okay. That's what the issue is. I think we need to get all 4 characters in this temple. I think that's what it was. Okay, we've gotten at least 2 in, like, to the temple gates, as it were. So let's get you inside the temple and keep going. It's like the 5th element, you need all 4 to do their trick. The 5th element? What's that? That's 2 gongs hit. And then I think we need to, yeah, we need to get Clonington and... Okay, how can we get you there? I remember him being the most challenging to get here. And I don't remember how to do it. Also, give me 1 second. I will be right back. I will not be long this time. Okay, sorry about that. I had a certain kitty that required my attention. And we're back. Alright, I don't see a way to get into underground. Come on. Yep, I'm over here. That's how she gets to the temple. Well, we got that. Now we should be able to go back around. Come on. Come on. Good. Try that again. I still think getting the checkpoint there was important. Oh, that's immensely frustrating. The one time I don't have pocket hamsters. I gotta go get pocket hamsters. You wish you could use plans to fly. Would be pretty useful. Now I have a full... Did I eat the squirrel for help? It's a chipmunk or whatever, and... No, I put it in my pocket. Pocket chipmunk. Until I need it. Which I'm about to. And now it's dead. Also, that was super important because that's how you get Clonington into the temple. Possibly? Maybe? I could be wrong. No, because you wouldn't be able to get Clonington past... Huh. We can try it. Because I can't think of another way to get Clonington across. I remember Clonington being an absolute pain to get across into this temple. I don't remember how I did it. Yeah, I don't think that'll work, actually. Because even if I got in there... Yeah, that's not going to be helpful. It's hard to fit many places where you're a big guy like that. He also just can't jump. I know I need to get him into the temple. Because that door gets open. Yeah, I need him to climb up that to hit that gong. So I 100% need to get Clonington in here. Hold on, I think I know how he gets in. I remember it being simpler than I had originally thought, and I think I remember how he does it now. Yep, he can just climb. You don't really see this on the map, so it makes it really not obvious. But yeah, he can just climb over here. Like, that is completely not obvious from the map that you can even do that. Doors open. Now we take Lumina. Come on. Game? You're unhappy I came here with Lumina, aren't you? Yeah, the game did not want me to come here with Lumina. Okay. Shouldn't let me in with a different character if it didn't want me to go in with Lumina. Come here. This better be worth it after dodging that stupid salmon. This must be one of the control cores Tina talked about. Then there's just one remaining. Better hurry up. I don't think this one's gonna open. Maybe? Oh, this is the door that requires all 36. But you do have to get a decent number of them. Actually, to get into this area for completion's sake. Like, to actually play through the game. Huh? What was that sound? Oh. You again, filthy meddler. Well, you didn't manage to stop me last time, and you won't this time either. Eat dirt, Teslamancer. Ah, I'm wasting my time. You're not the mission. I don't need to get rid of you. I just need this core. Goodbye, Teslamancer. Well, crap. Huh? Where? Huh? What is the what? Huh? Hey, you kid. Ah, run away! Oh, it's you. Haha, Cronington appears where you least expect him. I even appear where I don't expect to. My daring is without bounds. This is where I was trying to teleport to. Actually, it is. You have done well. You have recovered one control core. Yes, a single one. Great job, all. Well, it could have been better, but that's not important. The important thing is that Tycoon doesn't have all of them, so he cannot control the machine. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. He's activating the machine without all the control cores. Wait, what? What's the point of the 3 control cores then? Activating the machine in such a state will make it highly unstable, disastrous. Wasn't it already kind of disastrous? Even more disastrous. He must be stopped. I hoped it would not have come to this, but we have no choice. There is still some time before the machine will be operational. There's still a chance to strike at Tycoon directly. I love striking. First, we must lower the water so that we can reach the hub. The controls to operate the water's flow lie north of the Great Lake. It'll be a challenge to activate its mechanisms, but I'm sure you'll be just fine. Now, when you reach the machine, remember, you need all 3 control cores to operate the machine and shut it down. And once someone has activated the machine with all 3 cores, the machine will only accept commands from whomever activated it. This is very precise science. That sounds incredibly impractical. It's a very secure solution that served us very well. Also, thumbnail for next video. Going right into the Discord. Oh, so, here's the thing. Next time, we head into the water temple, and we're gonna drain the water. If you had not gotten number 29 of the scrolls before you drain the water, it becomes impossible to get. Because this island that you had to go in no longer becomes accessible. But what's left of the game is to go through this water temple, grab the scroll there. Wait, what squirrel? So we grab the scroll there and go through the temple, drain the water, grab the last scroll, check out that 36 door, and face off with the boss. I mentioned earlier that every time you say scroll, I hear squirrel. I didn't see that message, so that's really funny. But yeah, I think this is a really good place to end. Let me get back to a save point, and then we will move on next time. You wish life had boss fights? Next time, we make our way into the water temple and drain the lake. So thank you all for watching. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTube algorithm things. Consider joining the Discord to have conversations like the political one that we had during the stream. In addition, if you're in a financial place to do so, and only in a financial place to do so, please do consider supporting the Patreon. Link is in the description down below. It goes a long way to help me make sure these videos keep coming out and that I can keep researching them and doing all the work that goes into them. I'm going to give you all 5 minutes so you can talk amongst yourselves. But with that said, my name is Energus Terra. Thank you so much for watching.